Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Engler, or Governor Engler, I did some careful research about your background before this hearing, and I understand you're a Republican.
Well, I was certainly elected that way 10 times.
Well, what I want to ask you is you're here supporting a program that's advanced by a Democratic administration. It's being advanced by some of our best manufacturers and environmentalists. It's supported by management and labor, by home builders and homeowners. Do you get nervous being in that company, or should we take this as a suggestion that maybe this is a good idea?
Well, look, last time I checked, with 10% unemployment rate, we get a lot of unemployment for Republicans and Democrats. There's enough to go around out there. So we'd like to put people back to work. We think this does that. And from the manufacturing perspective, we just want to see things put in place that will work quickly and get us back on a road to recovery. There's simply not enough demand in the country.
And that's the point, and I really do very much appreciate you being here. The other question that is legitimately raised is always about details about practical implementation. And I just asked this of the panel. This is intended to be designed so it's simple. You're relying on our local our manufacturers like Owens Corning and Masco that are already in this work but need more demand. You're relying on contractors who are not building homes but know how to retrofit homes, so we don't have to do all kinds of training. And we're relying on homeowners who are going to have skin in the game. And if I get a $1,500 rebate or prebate, but I have to put $1,500 of my own money in, as a card-carrying free market Republican, do you have some confidence that I'm going to make certain that if I put $1,500 in, the taxpayer puts $1,500 in, I'm going to want to get not $3,000 but maybe $4,000 worth of value?
There's no question about that. That's exactly right. And this is very different than one of the members asked a question about weatherization earlier. I mean, if this were going to be running through cap agencies, I'd be here opposing it.
Right.
This is not going to do that. This is going to go to the private sector.
Yeah, it's private sector, it's private homeowner. And Mr. Lassiter and Mr. Thaman, does this create hassles for you, this program? Sometimes programs come up and they have all kinds of strings attached and burdens imposed on you, or does this allow you to be more successful just by doing what you do, but do more of it?
Yeah, I think the strength of the Homestar Coalition was having the broad input from industry, labor, environmental groups, and National Association of State Energy Officials. So a lot of players who have done this for many years with a heavy focus on the industry. This program is simple for the customer. The consumer gets an instant rebate. It's going to be simple for the contractor. They fill out a form to send to get their money back, and that's one of the reasons this thing's going to work.
Right. And
I mean, Congressman Welch,
yeah.
in my testimony, I said that it's important that this be simple, it be meaningful, and it be direct. I think one of the key things here is homeowner education. And if we give the private sector an incentive to get out there and market the idea and sell the idea, I think you're going to get a multiplier effect as opposed to having a government agency try to do it.
And Mr. Pratt, we got the workforce out there that wants to get to work?
Yes, and we have an opportunity to use our existing 800 home builders associations to do training if that's needed.
And Secretary Zoe, I do know that you've heard from these folks and others that simplicity is the key here. That partnership between the public and the private, using what we have, not reinventing something new to do something that needs to be done, and we know how to do it. Governor Engler suggested speed is of the essence, and simplicity is of the essence. My sense is that you're very committed to speed and simplicity, and I just wish you would comment on that.
Well, absolutely. And I've spent about half my career in the private sector trying to get things done quickly, and government's not always famous for that. This program has been designed to utilize and harness the very strong presence and knowledge of all of these sector experts that are in the private sector now, and to leverage the marketing capability that I think, as Michael just mentioned. So we absolutely have this in mind. We only should do this if we can do it quickly, and we can do it quickly.
Okay, well, I look forward to working with my colleagues on trying to address whatever suggestions they have to make this simpler and more efficient. I yield back. Thank you.